Hello, welcome back to the Beastlands. I'm Castle, and this is my stupid face. Thanks for coming back and hanging out with us once again as we journey deeper into the forgotten lands known as Meadowland. We're going to do a quick recap, but I'd like you to know that we're currently holding a contest. It is an art contest. Any kind of fantasy art is welcome. We don't currently have that many applicants, meaning it's going to be really easy for you to win. So drop us an email with your application to Call of the Beastlands at google.com. Without further ado, here's our show.
Dirk,
Yeah.
did you catch all that?
With the automaton.
Yeah, but he was asking if you're coming through.
Oh no, I was staying. Wait, are we all able to go through just fine?
Yeah, it seems to be stable.
Oh, okay, sure.
The portal stayed open through this, so
then I follow.
yeah, for sure. You step through and, see this kind of battle damaged steampunk room. It's got brass piping kind of lining the walls, and you're not sure what kind of function all this has, but it seems kind of lavish.
This looks weird.
This is home.
Weird.
Home.
So there are a couple exits to the room. There's basically one on either side of the portal.
I guess I will go to the one on the right side of the portal.
Do I remember any of this?
Yes, you do.
So,
I mean, not this happening.
Well, I mean,
but
which door goes to what?
You remember that both of these doors go on opposite sides of the assembly chamber. It's kind of like they lead to like different halves of the structure.
Okay, I say that to Lesk.
Let's see. With that in mind, let me make up some shit. The one on the right goes to a set of laboratories that were always marked confidential, and the side on the left goes to a equally confidential set of laboratories, but both sides lead to a descending staircase that goes to the assembly chamber, and a separate exit from either side goes to a living chamber for the scientists that work there. And yeah.
So living chambers and meeting rooms and laboratories, pretty much.
Yeah, you wasn't ever in the laboratories themselves outside of his birth anyway, but that you were allowed to go to various parts of this place. That they worked on different machines and tinkered with a lot of their engineering in the assembly chamber, including weapons of war.
Can we understand the text and stuff that's around?
There isn't a lot of text.
And
one thing I do understand, though, is that there's a lot of metal here.
so is any part of this like any part of tree or anything thereof?
There's not any kind of wood in sight, actually.
Okay.
Are there windows anywhere?
Not in this chamber, no. So on the left side, there's like a bulkhead kind of door with some sort of panel next to it, and an identical door on the other side of it. There's kind of like emergency lighting, essentially, powering this room. So it's dim, but you can see.
It's still working.
Yeah.
Alright, well, I guess we should go through one of the doors. Do either, after like just looking into the door, do either of them have, say, staircases leading up or down? Are there
The
more
door-
floors to this?
The doorways?
Yeah, like just inside the doorways, are there more floors?
Well,
to
they're
this?
shut.
Oh, well, can we not open them?
Well, there's a panel next to each of the doors, and there appears to be like a handprint in the panel. And I guess this would be where you would find text. But unless you can speak and read Gnomish, you wouldn't know what it says.
You?
Alright, I'm gonna take a few minutes to ritual cast Comprehend Languages.
Is that only spoken languages and not...
No, it's spoken and written.
That's
However,
tongues. That's tongues I'm thinking of.
yeah. However, I believe you does speak Gnomish.
I actually don't.
Really?
It's
That's
not in
odd.
my. It's not in my languages.
How very inconsiderate designers.
Yeah, no kidding.
Though they're my masters, they were jerks.
They designed me for a purpose. Kill a
Didn't want
dragon.
him reading his own instruction manual.
It's just everybody's just talking in Gnomish and just like every now and then they just burst out laughing.
Yeah, so you guys are, bullshitting a little bit about how shitty it is that you can't even speak his creator's language. And
Dragons
You
can't
finish-
speak home.
and you finish the spell, and you can see it says restricted access, employees only.
You wouldn't happen to be one of these employees. Could you try putting your hand on there?
You will try.
You
I
put your hand on there, it flashes red, and then the door opens.
I guess so.
Well,
Are there any hands lying around?
Negative.
there were no bodies.
Oh, the
At least from my investigation.
automatons have hands, but it's not like they have handprints or anything. They're automatons. They do not appear to be on the same vein as you in design or complexity.
But the door opened for him.
Correct.
Well, they weren't considerate enough to teach you their language. However, they do let you walk through these doors.
There's a set of brass pipes that run across the right-hand wall of this hallway. Emergency lighting all the way, and it goes curving to the left. Good 200 feet. You notice a supreme lack of ornamentation. It's very utilitarian. I think I'm using that word right.
There is a lot of metal.
There is a lot of metal, but they do not seem very much interested in decoration, per se.
Where are their shrines? Where are their offerings to their gods? Do they seemingly worship the metal that they molded this structure out of?
My masters took pride in their accomplishments. Thus they relished in their works as their deities. Thus I am a product of their devotion.
So they worship you.
No,
Yeah, that's what I was gonna add.
They worship their works.
As you argue this distinction, trying to make them understand you, you all reach the end of the hallway. There is another door with a similar handprint scanner.
I put my hand on it.
It opens up into a long catwalk walkway. On the left is thick glass, or perhaps some sort of crystal, on a slant. It's kind of like 30-degree slant, 45-degree slant goes up to your left. On the right, you can see interspersed there are different doorways marked in like brass plaques with some writing on it, and even some image. But through the glass on the left, as you guys walk in to this catwalk area, you can see a huge open chamber. Several bipedal metal forms lie dormant in place. Assembly arms, assembly lines, large hulking pieces of metal in different shapes that you are just not sure what they do, what their purpose is beyond warfare. You can see there are several small creatures moving about. They look like spiders, although they also seem to be automatons in nature, as they gleam in the soft lighting. In the far end of the main chamber, the assembly, there is a plinth, a large statue, backdropped in red. Its tapestries seem to be preserved perfectly, going up 150 feet in this huge chamber. And there is a creature with a short trimmed beard and mustache, wearing a flat hat, a hammer in one hand, and some sort of flame spitting device in his other. And there's a symbol on the tapestries that repeats. This seems to have been of great importance to them, perhaps like a flag or a logo. Let me see if I can draw this out for you. My freehand kind of sucks, but I'm pretty sure I can pull this off without too much of a problem. Extra large. Wow, that sucks even better, more than I thought. But anyway, it's the symbol.
Wow.
I wonder if it means anything.
For clarification, were you going for the Nazi symbol, or were you going for the
Swastika.
one that
That's
is a swastika?
That's definitely supposed to be a swastika. I did that on a finger pad in like maximum zoom out. But yeah.
Gotcha. I was gonna say, because they turned the original swastika was actually a symbol of peace that was, I think, inverted. Well, no, they took the
Yep.
symbol of peace and they inverted it in
Yeah.
order to turn it into the swastika. All right, just curious.
Well, I mean, I'm sure it's the first time you've seen it in character.
We're fighting Germans.
Yeah, well, next time in the Beastlands, the gang fights Nazis.
What an interesting design.
Undead Nazis. I wonder what we'll call it.
You do you think
Nazis.
do you think you have this symbol somewhere on your body?
Yes. I put myself in the pose of the symbol. I bow down on one knee. I stand on my other knee, move one hand back, and move my head forward.
I have
Yes.
a lot of questions.
You, of course, recognize the statue. It was the great leader of the gnomes, Killjoy.
Dale.
Killjoy.
You know, I've got to say, the last thing I expected
Oh, wow.
going into this portal were Nazi gnomes.
Right.
I mean, I didn't see it coming. That's for
That's
sure.
on like the low
I-
like.
I have a joke for everyone.
Okay.
When I walked through
I
this
want to walk
portal,
away from him 10 feet.
I did not see gnomes.
Right.
That's great. That's
Wait.
great.
What was the joke?
He did not see gnomes.
When I walked through the portal.
I did not see gnomes.
Yeah.
That was good.
Yeah.
Is there just like a Volkswagen logo somewhere on you?
No, he's unadorned. It's it's cool. He doesn't have a swastika anywhere on his body.
No.
He was an assassin for the Nazis, so obviously unmarked.
I see.
No, the marking's just on the insides.
Great. Now I'm just imagining us just meeting up with a pair of gnomes, just going, "Yeah, prepare the cannons. Yeah."
Yeah.
Where are your papers?
I've seen
You
I've
are
seen you returned.
Very
Great.
strange machine, no?
How do you pronounce?
Am I gonna have to prepare
German
alter
accent.
self to just give myself blonde hair, look gnomish, maybe a little taller than the regular gnome?
I mean, no one here has seen a gnome outside of you.
Because I ate them all.
Besides you.
Okay.
We've only seen gnomes inside you.
They're magically delicious.
I heard they had a good juice bar.
Yep. So anyway, that's I guess where we're gonna leave off. I'm gonna have to go through and generate a map. I really was not sure that this is where. Fuck! I didn't think we were gonna end up here at all in the campaign. This is like, honestly, like way off my radar.
Oh, you
It's been here, in my mind, but I never thought that we would reach it within the next 6 months.
You just kind of had that sitting in the back of your mind, like, wonder when I'm gonna spring the Nazi gnomes on him.
You have no idea. I've been working on this literally since we started the last campaign.
What's next? KKK wizard folk?
Actually, I'm pretty sure we already did that.
Oh, yeah.
Remember overthrowing a cannibal dictator?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Anyway, listen, guys. In no way do I support Nazis.
Oh, of course.
For the record, I know you guys know that, but the internet, just so you know, we're going to be slaying Nazis.
The Nazis.
You take the screen.
Yeah, we're gonna go just kill a bunch of them.
Say we're role playing Punch a Nazi.
Oh, my
Yes,
goodness.
that's going to happen.
We don't tolerate racism, but we do tolerate killing Nazis.
Remember, kids, punch a Nazi.
Don't forget to get them scalps.
If I lose viewers over this, they're not the viewers I wanted anyway.
I mean, we've already stared at goats.
I mean,
We've done worse.
Hey, we spent like 20 minutes staring at goats
Yeah,
earlier tonight.
you know,
We
the wor-
investigated tea to begin with.
The worst part is,
Oh my God, yeah.
This session started out with tea and ended with Nazis.
The Nazi Tea Party.
Oh my god, yeah, it's all over the place. It really started off feeling kind of slow, and then
It picked up very quick.
The worst part is as soon as Lesk sees like this statue, it's like, oh, so they do have shrines.
it was like, oh yeah, that was the Grandmaster.
Yeah, there we go.
Oh my goodness.
The Fuhrer.
Why is his mustache shaved?
It was a young picture. Anyway, no, his beard and mustache are quite trimmed.
Are there any famous art academies in the Beastlands?
Not that you've been to.
Yes. Die Schneifel Sniffel Harvender.
That's not a place.
Yes,
That,
it
that
is.
is not canon in the Beastlands. However, I honestly, since we're at the end of the night and I'm babbling, kind of envisioned this like elitist Mensa kind of group of goblins who just kind of, talk about how smart they are and are just like super cultured, and they, walk around like tuxedos and top hats and smoke cigars and,
Haggersnaz Day.
yeah,
White.
like the 1%ers of the goblin community.
So you're telling me that it wouldn't be an awful thing to get the people that work in the quarry to come here, tear this apart, and scrap it down to copper pieces?
That's what I would think.
Right.
Probably
This is good
wouldn't be
metal right
terrible.
here.
Yeah, so...
Was the statue made of metal?
He was like, wait.
Was it gold? Hold on, well, that's a lot of gold pieces right there.
Let's figure out what we're up against first.
This is
Unlike
a lot
that-
of good
that, like,
materials.
red
We
backdrop
could
looks
easily
like-
arm our people with this.
Yeah, that red backdrop looks like some really fine silk and like material
Yeah.
right there.
It's all like embroidered in gold and shit. Yeah.
Mhm.
I mean, he's a robot. Does he have feelings? We're talking about completely.
That sounds
disassembling
incredibly
bit by
hurtful.
bit.
I oblige by the law.
This facility is run
What about the
down.
law finders keepers?
The facility is run down, and this will help us defeat the dragon. Your ultimate goal is to defeat the dragon. Tearing this facility apart piece by piece will help.
We're
Defeat the
discussing this feat
We
away
could
from
make
my
giant
makers.
ballistas to just shoot him out of the air.
I'm sure they're not hearing any of this.
You're just lucky you're not classified as a target, punk. Yeah.
Listen, we can make a straw version of the big, guy. Set it up in the thing, and just have a little festival, and then at the end we light it on fire. Would that be nice to pay remembrance to the Fuhrer?
Nice little
Ask-
goodbye.
Ask those guys over there.
Who are you pointing at?
The gnomes.
Oh, you don't see any gnomes.
You just said there were little gnomes.
No, there
No,
were
there's-
spiders.
Little spider creatures, which
Oh.
seem
Yeah,
to be-
like from Skyrim.
kind of. They do kind of look like that. But they're kind of flitting around and seem to be like gathering pieces of metal and moving them. You can see one spitting out in a little electric current towards one of the robots.
I think we should
Interesting.
search this place before we take it down.
Well, we could take it down while we're searching it.
Then
Mhm.
again, this could be
Right.
your fort within a fort.
We're taking down a lot of things.
Yep.
Yes.
But we're gonna go ahead and call it tonight, and we'll pick up in the lair of the Nazi gnomes. Next time in the Beastlands. Love you guys. Good night.
Night.
Good night, guys.
Good night.
If anyone wants to stick around and talk about Nazi gnomes, feel free.
Follow us on all major social media, Discord, Twitch, and as always, thank you for joining us, and we hope to see you again next week.